Here we go. In the studio, podcast episode number 16 on how to become a sales warrior. I'm here with Ty White. Hey, Ty.
What's going on, brother?
It's been a minute.
It has been a while. It feels good to be back, though.
So why weren't you here last week? Tell everyone why.
Well, I was working at Pratt again. We had, I think, around episode 3 or 4, I started a project with them. And this last week, I went back to finish the other half of the project. And instead of doing a 3.5-hour commute back and forth in rush hour traffic to Brooklyn, I decided to just get a hotel and stay pretty much on campus. 5 minutes walking distance to campus, which allowed me to get my days started earlier. I used my Brooklyn crew, so they were right down the street. We were able to start every day at 7:50, rather than 9:30, 10 o'clock trying to get into Brooklyn like the last time. So it just made the project go a lot smoother.
So part of the reason we're here is to help a younger generation try to not just do sales, but do operations and learn from our mistakes and change what we're doing to be more efficient. And me personally, I couldn't be more prouder of you because you were a fucking shit show on the first round of this.
Yeah.
The 3-hour commute each day, the gas bills, the food bills, you were all over the map.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat down afterwards and we talked about what would be more efficient. And then when you got the call, I remember, okay, let's what are we doing different? And like when you said, I need to stay. I think it's worth the investment to stay. Best business decision of your week. And I know that.
Yeah.
I know it's later on, but that decision told me the dude's serious.
Yeah.
And he's making shit happen. And so what happened in the parking lot when I said, are you coming to the podcast? Last Monday, or 2 Mondays ago. And I said, are you coming? And you were working. You said you weren't coming.
Oh, yeah. I said I'm not coming. I was like, but I couldn't leave in that very moment. I started that day. And we were supposed to start a couple of days earlier, but they didn't get that 50% deposit in.
Right.
So I was supposed to start, I think, Friday or Saturday. But I told them I'm not starting until I see that, 50%
right,
in. So
right.
They didn't get that done until Monday. So I started on Monday, which we had to tape. And I'm like, this is day one. I can't cut out right now. I had all the directors. Everyone's walking around campus looking to see. After day 3 or 4, after they seen how we were working, right. It was like a ghost town, and everyone was gone. Nobody cared anymore. But that day, I was like, Eddie, I'm not leaving. I was like, but come on, man, don't be a dick.
But no, I said it to you. You were expecting me to be a dick about it, and I was like in full support because I saw your growth. I saw you're using the tools that we're learning through here, using those tools to your advantage. And what happens at the end of the event? They pay you 3 weeks earlier than they have to.
Yeah. There was a net 30. I was supposed to not even get paid that other half for 30 days. The day we finished, they were like, hey, we wired you that money. Thank you for letting us meet all our deadlines.
The reason that happened is because you were more prepared, you were more efficient, that you were pushing the flooring guys, the painting guys, the carpet guys, which was pushing the project along for Pratt, who needs it done because people are coming back to campus in less than a week.
I came on campus and lit a fire under everybody's ass because everyone else was moseying along. They're getting their money. They're looking at it like, all right, the contractors, the electricians, the carpet people are there, the cleaners are there. There's like 7 different companies in this building that are all just milking it, and then I'm like, no. My
I'm only here for
7 days, dude.
Cool. Good stuff. We're gonna jump into chapter 7, which is the birth of Eddie Pods. So I hate to bring negativity to my podcast, but the reality of it is Eddie Pods almost died a week ago.
Yeah.
There was a mass layoff in my sales team. Huge. Out of 30 members, I think 24 were let go. It was something I've never experienced. I've experienced something like it with Pods earlier. But the reality of it is, I think because of my brand, Eddie Pods, I think because of the way I do business and writing a book on how to do business and having a podcast sharing how to do business, I think it helped keep my position.
Yeah.
The $6 million in sales, I know that helped.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, but I think because of the things that I've created over my 13 and a half years with them, it's helped me maintain who I am. And I feel very fortunate and blessed. And when that went down, it was a lot of friends got let go. A lot of people got let go who got let go.
I remember getting a phone call from you. You were like, dude, I don't know, man. There's some crazy stuff going on right now. I'm on Pratt. I'm like, all right, I'm not worried about you. I'm like, it's crazy that this going on, but I'm like, in my head, if they would have let you go, I would have had like a whole different outlook on just corporate America, and like, because it's like it doesn't have to do with actual success. Then,
right.
At that point, if they let
Correct.
you go for everything that I watch you do, then it's just like some type of politics and games or whatever,
Grateful I didn't have to go through it.
I knew you weren't going anywhere.
At least not at this time. So thanks, Bots, for keeping me. Appreciate it. I'll give a shout out to Susan Jacobs. You're the one. I know it. Actually, my new boss, Irfan, wants to come up and visit with me next week, my birthday, and I'm having him come on Monday, possibly to hear, but more so to come to my networking group to see how I build business through my networking skills, the love that I put into it, and the labor I put into it, how to make connections that continually feeds my funnel. So the action statement, you read this on the way in. Great advice equals great direction, which equals great payoff. How does that fit you this week?
Man, the great direction part of it really was what I was, because great advice is great. It's everyone's going to try to give you advice, but once you find the direction to take that advice in, and like you actually can map it out, and then you'll know where the finish line is. And that's what I had a lot of good direction on this last project, and I had goals down to the day. Like I had different daily goals, which floor I'm getting done on these days, and I had very good direction, and I had good rest, man. Being able to be out there, and I told you that one day I got off of work. I left an hour early. The guys were still working. I got on a city bike and rode it acrost the Brooklyn Bridge just because I had the time to do that. Just rode the bike and was just got to think. Came back, cost me maybe $7. And went and had dinner and went inside, went to sleep. So it just I was peaceful. That I know millions of people commute every day, and they sitting in that traffic and then having to go do manual labor. That's what it is. If if I was going to sit at a desk or something and I'm driving 3 hours, it's like that's one thing. But to go kind of bust your ass and then sit in the car 2.5 hours back. Yeah, you're feeling it everywhere, So great advice and the payoff, man.
Without giving us numbers, tell us about the payoff.
It was great, man. I mean, I think I hit it right on the nail when I said, "Hey, I want to get it done for this much," and
what your profit line was.
Yeah, exactly. I think I went over maybe about $1,000, But
grand scheme of things.
I was right on the money, man.
But and I saw it in you by taking the route you took, having been there with you on the first ride with it. You had more wits about you. You had more calmness. You were able to focus, keep the crew sharp, and maintain that pace that they love.
Yeah. It got to the point where I could have finished early. Yeah. If they weren't dragging, I could have finished Saturday instead of Sunday. But
but they paid to Sunday, so.
Thing is, I would have could have got out of there Saturday and still got paid till Sunday.
There you go. There you go.
Go ahead.
All right, man. Jumping into networking tips for this week, so you can read this because I'm it.
Wear bright colors and be seen.
Here we go.
Big
camera on
big red Eddie Pods.
All right, there you go. Okay, so today's see me. See my red. See my brightness. Yeah. Stand out. Don't be afraid to soak in the sun in the center of the room. It's okay to do it. It's part of networking.
Yeah, I got our new Pack Pro shirts just came in, so I should have brought it in. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah. I don't know why I should have. I'll wear it next episode. All right,
you didn't wear it.
We got nice polos and we got regular T-shirts for the guys.
Excellent. Too. So stand out. Don't be afraid to stand out. You know, there was a debate in pods for the longest time from a marketing person that red meant residential and blue meant business. I'm like, what? Where did you get that from? And they'd see all these pictures of me at events with my 3 of these red shirts, and you gotta wear the blue. You gotta wear the blue. I said, everyone in this room is wearing blue. That's why I'm wearing the red. Hello, and it was this ongoing argument. You don't know sales. You don't know what it's like to walk into a networking room and everybody's wearing a blue or black shirt.
Yeah. They don't know what they don't know if
I don't
it's.
know shit.
They just know it's pods. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
that's all that matters.
All right, so you learned this when we did that trade show up in Lake George. The value of having
A good tchotchke.
good tchotchke. Tell us what a
Yeah.
tchotchke is.
Well, it's the giveaways, the nice little trinkets or squishies or water bottles or pens or.
Did the
A lot
pod
of cool-
squishies go? Did the pod squishies go?
Man, people were just dumping your stuff off your table into their bags. They're like, hey, yeah, we love pods. Thank you. I don't need one right now, but I like them. I was like, people were coming around with like shopping bags, just swiping stuff off the table. Like, wow, this is what. And you're like, well, there's certain people who come here for that. They to see how much they can collect.
So I'm
It was
gonna
hilarious,
give a
though.
thank you shout out to Martina Rosenberg and Laura Stewart. They are my outgoing marketing team. They're leaving at the end of the month. They listened to me last October when they asked me what tchotchkes we should buy this year, and I was very adamant on those squeezies. Just they wouldn't.
Well, I'll tell you what. Who was responsible for the tape measures? The pod's
The
tape
girls.
measures.
The girls.
Those that was the best. That
There
was
you go, Martina.
those tape
Laura?
measures. They were going around. You were hearing about those everywhere.
Yep.
And everyone was, did you get one of those tape measures? And I'm like, why does everyone need a tape measure so bad?
What are you measuring? They're in a hotel room measuring the
Yeah,
log,
like, I can't wait to get back to my room and use this.
And they'll probably fucking leave it in the drawer. They'll probably leave it in the drawer. But thank you,
that's
ladies.
great.
You did a
Yeah,
great
that was
job
awesome.
with the tchotchkes. Really important. These are things that sometimes higher ups don't understand what goes on the floor. I went to a hurricane conference in May. Right after it, the week after we were at that show, and I got some cool ass no battery powered things, lights that a flashlight that turns into break the window in case you're in an emergency. You need to break a window on the side of a road. Like all these cool things, and they understood what I meant. They finally, when they went to this show with me, Martina and Laura,
Yeah.
they were both there. They're like, "We get it, Eddie."
We get it.
We get it.
We need some cool
Because they were
stuff.
doing it. They were like, "Oh, I want one of these. I want one of these." And like all of a sudden they realized, that's the aha moment.
It makes your table interesting,
All right. We normally jump into this, but we're going to wait. We're going to jump into old-fashioned time. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to ask out Danny Votra. He's a good buddy of mine. He's our guest today. He's a marketing guy, SEO guy, someone who knows things that I don't know. So we're going to come right back.
Somebody who I need right now.
And we'll see you in a few. We're back. Episode number 16 of How to Become a Sales Warrior. Here with my co-host, Ty White. We have our guest today, Danny Votra. Hi, Danny.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from Holbrook, Long Island.
Okay, and you are the CEO of Mostly Marketing.
I am, yes.
What does that company do?
So it might make more sense to tell you how I came about the name. Would that be okay?
Sure.
So over the years, I've been involved in all of digital marketing. So most clients that we've worked with in the past know us for different things associated with digital marketing. And coming about the name was a little difficult because we do a little bit of everything, but mostly marketing. That's pretty much how we would describe our business and therefore our name.
Fair enough. Let's toast.
Toast to Mostly
old-fashioned. Nope, old-fashioned time.
Okay.
Ty's going to tell us why we do old-fashioned time.
So we always do old-fashioned time as a representation of our friendship. We met, not that we met over an old-fashioned, but our first real conversation into us, doing business together was over an old-fashioned at a networking meeting about marketing.
Awesome.
Actually, all-in-one marketing.
All-in-one marketing, yeah.
And we sat down over that old-fashioned. We talked about what we both do for our industries and how we could help each other. And from then on, now you can see what we've turned everything into.
Yeah.
And what we draw from it is I've always brought new ways of doing things, like how I was doing business with digital marketing and things like that. And then he was like showing me the grassroots way of, no, you got to get out there and meet people and build connections. And
Sure.
with both of them, but both work. So we always bring an old-fashioned and a new-fashioned way, and it's a representation of our drink.
Cheers. One more
Yeah.
time.
What's that?
And what's today's old-fashioned
Today's
lesson?
old-fashioned, I like this one, man, because you brought in something that I was dealing with just recently. Carfax versus Kick to Tires.
Kick the tires.
Kick the- yeah,
Come
you made
on,
me
you know
laugh
the
about
commercial
that.
from Carfax.
I do.
So, is it a good car? I want my coach. And the coach appears and kicks the tire. This is the one.
This is a good car. So I just bought a car. So believe me, I was just going through looking and doing all of this back and forth.
Right.
And man, I actually bought 2 cars recently. I bought a car 6 months ago, which it was a kind of a kick to tires buy. And I was like, oh, it looks cool. It was a nice Jeep, lifted. 6 months later, everything's starting to crumble. The transmission, shifting is knocking, things like that. I'm just like, all right, well.
Didn't do the Carfax.
Didn't do the Carfax. The car looked fine.
Right.
So this buy was a little more looking into things and trying to make a smarter investment.
What'd you get? Tell us what you got.
Yeah.
I got a BMW X5.
Nice trade-off.
Yeah, from my old Jeep. It's not like super new,
Much
but
different.
it's new and nice and clean, and don't have to worry about any transmission issues or anything.
So
Just gotta make sure
Carfax
I got
over
that
Kick the
warranty though. I
Tires.
tell you that.
Carfax over kick the tires.
Oh yeah, Carfax all the time.
There you go.
All right, we're going to a group discussion now. This is good stuff. So, best new business decision of the week. So, every week we make a lot of decisions. It doesn't have to be. It's not about always closing, but best decision that you made this week to make your business better. For me, I had a lunch with the Ryder Cup field ops guy last week. Hit it off really well. Really got to get to know him in the hour we had a lunch. And like I always say, ask for the business. Ask for the business. Ask for the business.
Yeah.
We start talking about that he moves every 3 years. So he's doing the Ryder Cup on Long Island, and next year it's going to be in Minnesota. So as soon as they're done with Long Island, they wrap up. He moves, him and his 12-person crew, they move to Minnesota, and they'll be there for the next 3 years. It's a single man's game. All young single men who love golf. And, by having those conversations, I asked him if he ever used pods. He said, yeah, I have. He goes, but I'm a little past that stage. I'm a little higher up in the rank, and I get the white glove service. I said, that's great. What about the rest of the crew? Oh, no, they're still all using pods. They're throwing all their shit together. I said, I need to know the person at your company that puts the stipend out to their crew. So I could be their source for those containers when they're ready to move in 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, absolutely. With me telling him that I have other things that I could offer, this guy, he's my other things that I offer. I got a call from him last week. Hey, Eddie, you said you could help us. My buddy Nick needs help. All right. He's got a container. I'm like, all right. Let's get on the phone. He 3-ways him into the phone. He goes, let me first start off by saying, it's not a pods container. Doesn't matter. You need help, right? Didn't even blink. Let's roll. What do you need? Within 15 minutes, I had him set up for an interview for a price to do the job that they needed. 2 hours later was my email introduction to the HR person at the Ryder Cup.
Awesome.
So,
That's great.
there's my best connection of the week. What do you got? No, that was my best business decision of the week.
Well, you spoiled my business decision.
Sorry.
Mine was staying on site at this huge project. Our next one is connections. I haven't been really networking because my head's been in this huge project that I've been doing. But my best decision was, just taking a little money out of the budget, getting a hotel room for 6-7 days, and staying right next to the site.
Yeah.
It just made everything so much smoother. Literally, I was able to take lunches and go back to my room for a second and regroup and go back.
Yeah.
So like it was just that was the best decision I could have made over traveling from Long Island because it was all the way into Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. So
I do remember having a closeout conversation with you when you did the first half of the job, and we were in my office, and I said, so what went right? What went wrong? What can we do better?
That's it.
And he didn't answer. He didn't come up with the hotel thing then. All he kept saying was 3 hours each way, 3 hours each way. It must have stayed on his mind because when he planned it out this time, it was right there, front and center.
I called it Hell Week last time because
You
of
did.
that.
It was
Because of that
hell.
drive back and forth.
So what was your best business decision of the week?
I think I would say that best decision would be to really focus on being uncomfortable, and in all aspects. And so business, some of the hardest decisions to make would be to kind of take that concept and bring it towards going after clients that had never gone after, or restructuring the target audience to kind of go after a larger audience size, or
Yeah.
So being uncomfortable with some an area I might not be comfortable with has actually helped within 2 weeks or so. Now going on the third week, we've already launched and got into other markets, and the whole structure has changed within a couple weeks based on one decision.
Awesome.
And so staying with that concept and just running with it now.
Being uncomfortable.
Being very
good.
uncomfortable, it works. You can grow.
All right, so this is a double. Big win of the week, best new connection of the week. So the big win for me, since the breakup, one of the national guys sent me a lead to a company I've been a little bit involved with. But he said, call him. It was on like 7 o'clock at night. And I called the guy at 8 o'clock at night, and he answered his phone at 8 o'clock at night and ordered 2 containers on that very first phone call and said, I'm going to need 20 more at this location. So stay on speed dial. Wow. Best is, that's 20 container is great. It's a 6-month project. It's great revenue, and it was just a matter of making the decision. Hey, pick up the phone, do it right now. Let's get the ball rolling. So that was my big win of the week. What about you?
Finishing my project, man. That's what my
On time.
life has
It's always a
been.
win.
My life has been and on time and getting paid 30 days early.
Yeah.
That was the biggest win because I wasn't expecting that. I was already. I came up to. I asked them for 50% because I knew it was almost going to cost me that. So maybe came out of it with $2,000 out of that 50% and. Was prepared to wait 30 days. I was like, all right, fine. We knocked it out of the park. 30 days, I'll get my money. The next day, they called like, oh, my God, thank you guys so much. You guys did such a job. We actually paid that already. Check your account. I was like...
He called me. He called me from the bank, man.
That's great. Yeah.
I was so proud, man, because I know, because they don't pay my bills. Like, they actually paid me before
did
him,
pay
but
you.
that never happens. But normally it's a chase.
Well, the thing about this school is like all of the vendors that work for them, it's a common thing throughout everyone that's working there. It takes a while to get paid from these people. We all know that. We all know we're eventually going to get it,
Right.
But no one's in a rush to pay. They're in a rush to hire you guys, but no one's in a rush to pay
No,
you after.
never.
And you're talking about for big projects. You're not talking about
Couple
a couple
million.
$1,000s. You're talking about big stuff, and it's
Usually a lot harder to get access to the money when it's on that size.
Yeah, but when they're hiring you, they're like, we need you right now. We need you just start, just get it done. And then it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
and the thing is, they'll keep asking you for more in the middle. So we're on this one quote where the line items are here. They'll come in the middle of the project and be like, well, can you actually do these 7 other things while you're here? And it's like, oh, whoa. Can we take care of this bill first?
Yeah.
Before you start, and they're brazen, man. They're brazen. They just keep asking.
Yeah. So,
Best big win for you?
Being recognized as a leader and stepping up in that role as a captain of my personal team, and it's been rewarding. And I take that role full.
Hold the men accountable.
Yeah. Not only that, it's it really enforces and puts me at a level to level up in all aspects of my life, not just in that particular environment, but doing things and kind of how you do anything is how you do everything.
Everything. As
And
Bo Champ
that's what I'm
says.
saying over and over, and it's definitely applied. And I'm applying that to business. It's really helping a lot too.
well, I learned a lot from this project that sometimes when you step out of the worker roles like fully and just really be a manager, project manager, and like focus on that, that's more valuable than you taking your brain and turning it into a laborer just to try to
Save time, save money.
No doubt about it.
Put an extra guy there, because at the you're trying to save yourself a day's pay on a guy when that's going to slow down the overall thing.
Yeah.
Where like the time I did it the first time, I was doing a lot more hump and had less guys. I was in it a lot more. This time
He was in the trenches.
I was in.
So like I've been in the trenches for many years, and so to your point, for me, it's that next level of not necessarily being in the trenches and project managing. It's more like stepping away and letting the managers manage.
Yeah.
And learning, like, again, being uncomfortable with that because I've always project managed. I've always ran the business. But stepping away has helped the business because that lets others do what they do.
Yeah.
When you trust and walk away, work gets done.
You did yours?
Yeah.
Win of the
Yeah.
week? Okay.
Sure.
All right. So best new connection. I have been firing on all cylinders with connecting up, from concerts to racetracks to fairs to all kinds of big stuff. I'm working with the Texas State Fair right now. It's a 80 container opportunity that got thrust upon me, because of how I run my business. But I've been chasing Live Nation for about 4 months now because they host concerts. That's what Live Nation does. And when you just can't get a response, you're like, oh, fuck it, I can't get a response. But I kept sending this one woman who has 2 containers with us in Indiana. I kept sending her, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Hey, if you need it. And she never responded.
Never.
She responded on Friday. I can't get into my account. Can you give me my passcode? 30 seconds, I had her passcode.
Of course.
I said, I'm glad I could help you. Do you think you and I could jump on a call to discuss how to utilize pods? Silence. Damn, she was quick to send me that I need help. And then, so I sent her an email. I said, could you do me a favor? Could you introduce me to other project managers at Live Nation that could possibly use a pod storage container?
Probably more than happy to, right?
Hour later, the person introduced me to via email, trying to set up a meeting now.
Wow.
It's the ask that most people are afraid of for some reason.
Yeah.
So it
They
says
want
right
to
here,
invite-
ask for the
and
business.
Everyone wants to help.
Ask for the business.
Yes.
That's what it says right there. Don't be
Yes.
afraid to ask for the
Right.
business. So what about you, Ty? Best new connection?
Like I said, I have no new connections right now. I've been in projects. I haven't been networking.
That's
So,
going to change Wednesday nights. What are we doing Wednesday night?
That's Votra's event, right? Wednesday night. I got a lot on my calendar. Votra's event is on Wednesday night. Yeah, actually, it's so funny. My uncle just called me. He's asking me about his website stuff. I was like, I was gonna call you
That's
and
awesome.
talk to him about. He's having some trouble with his domains and
Yeah,
stuff.
more
And
than
I'm like, that sounds like Votra stuff.
So part of the reason Dan is here today is because me and him connected on a business level. He's doing something with dogs and collars and things that mean something to myself and my family. He actually had the collar that I had made, the keychain made for my daughter, brought it to the picnic yesterday. I got to give it to her. She couldn't wait to show you, and she put it on her keychain.
Awesome.
Like, it was just a good vibe feeling. So
I
that's,
got the same feeling too.
we got that connection for this business opportunity, and he invited me to his house, to his office, and we were talking, and we were focusing on this keychain and other thing business. When I don't know what brought it up. We were talking about my website for how to become a sales warrior. He goes, hey, let me check out your website, and he pulls it up. I hear him say the words SEO, and I think you said you wrote this. Did you write the software for the tool you use?
Which the
The one
listing
that,
ranker?
Yeah, the one that
I didn't
you
write
used
the
to.
software.
but you-
It's definitely a software. We own the software.
Okay.
So the actual fulfillment of it, we don't.
Okay.
We did not.
So he ran an analysis of my website, giving me data on high important things that should be fixed. Here they are, listed out. Medium important things that need to be fixed. Low importance, and an overall assessment and a score. So I got 79 out of 80. And I was like,
At 100.
out of 100, which isn't terrible, not great, not terrible. So I brought it to my web guy, Looney, and I showed him these corrections, and I said, and he said to me, by no means is this going to guarantee you're going to make more money. It's just going to give you a better SEO, better traction, better awareness in the computer world of your shit. So when I asked my web guy, he said, yeah, we should make these adjustments. And that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me. There are a lot of men and women like myself who know jack shit about this stuff. Trust the guy over there that he knows what he's doing and he's doing all the right things. And he may think that he's doing all the right things because that's his limited capability of what he knows. He doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Right.
This gives us, the guy who knows nothing about it, the opportunity to hold him accountable.
Yeah.
To say, what do you say to this report?
Yeah.
Which led me to saying, I'm putting together an event. I want to bring men from my team, women.
Yeah.
Tina's coming.
Yeah. I want to.
You're shaking with your head. Tina's coming. Patel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and for us, it's our competitive advantage over other marketing companies, but also how our competitive strategy in sales. So we, for example, like we use the Costco sales strategy where you walk down the aisles, they give you little samples. how long did it take me to create the sample for you? We created it no time.
No
right?
time.
He said, wow,
No
you blew
time.
me away. I said, yeah, but understand that this is just the beginning. I'm sure there's a lot more once we really dive deep and understand what it is you're
Yeah.
trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But this, like you said, from a broad, scope, it makes a lot of sense. Like, here's a score. Here's what's wrong. Here's how to fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but it tells you how to fix it too. So,
Right.
so what we do as a company, we just give it away. A lot of 9 out of 10 times they'll come back and ask us to either to fix it or then to hire us to even do more. Whatever that happens, whatever comes from that. But the fact is, you could take that and give it to anyone, and they can do it, right? Because the instructions are there.
Right.
Should be done.
And again, I throw together a lot of events, and I wanted to do this. We've talked about it. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of a side hustle for me. You know me, I'm always side hustling everywhere. Trying to help grow businesses. It's what I do. And I'm anxious. I'm excited about tonight. We should have 8 to 10 people. Did you get any other guests coming?
I have two,
Two,
and I can,
okay. I said yes yesterday.
yeah.
If
So
you
I'll
had,
just give you a head count.
just give me a head count.
Yeah, so
I'm not
then
buying
I'll
any
give you
more
a-
food. So for whatever food I have, that's all we got.
No
So it is what
problem.
it is.
No problem.
What do we got?
I'll bring 2 or 3 more.
I'll give you guys a tip. We got the pigs in the blanket. We got little quiches. We got taquitos. The wife's making sesame teriyaki meatballs. I think there was one more, and then some chips and dip. That's it. Nice
Sounds
and
good
simple.
to me.
Nice.
And I got Sammy Jean. She's my 5th daughter, who's going to be our waitress for the night. She came on vacation with us, and she's like, "Oh, I can't." She's like, "I don't want your money." I'm like, "Oh no, you're working. You're taking my money, so I can tell you what to do."
Yeah.
She'll be out there drinking with us. That's what I'm more concerned with. So, I looked at your resume, and it says marketing,
Yeah.
marketing. Have you ever done anything else besides marketing?
It's all based around sales and marketing. I think almost every industry is. I think the best entrepreneurs are ones that can sell whatever they're marketing. So in some sense, it is, yeah. In other sense, like I've had many roles over the years, but generally speaking, the marketing is where I'm best. If I had to just summarize
Yeah,
everything, I'd
yeah.
say marketing consultant, whereas it can take on a lot of different.
Lives.
Absolutely.
What do you got?
What started that journey into marketing?
Sure. So, I mean, we're talking like early stage, maybe
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old. I was
Oh, wow.
winning creative contests and stuff. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, where my power is creativity, and so creating different things, right? Winning contests, going into school, and same thing, carrying that over. My first job out of college was in the advertising space. So I got to learn early stage, all the different levels, what it takes to run your own agency, right from production assistant right to the CEO. And there's about 10 different levels in between.
I want to jump in.
Sure.
Because my first role in Long Island was with KRJ Advertising,
Okay.
Melville. I was a stat camera operator.
Interesting.
You know what a stat camera is?
Yeah.
For the paste up boards, all the artwork that needed to go on the paste up boards, like they, paste up. And that was the entrance to my journey into.
Do you know the firm I work for, Millennium Communications, by any chance?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay.
They're based out in Glen Cove, and then they moved to Syosset, but that's many years
So
ago.
I
Many
took a
years
hard right out of the marketing part and I went into printing.
ago. Okay.
So I did the way back part.
The manuals, the
Yeah.
the brochures, all that.
But I was the pre-press guy. Plates, camera, stripping, layout, design, books, just all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I went the other direction. But circle back 20 years, here I am. I'm a marketing guy. That's what I do.
Yeah, almost everything I can point back to that one job, because for 3.5 years I worked till 2, 3 in the morning, just tapping into the brains of everyone that worked there, and just learning the whole business really, and using my natural ability for just getting in front of people and then marketing whatever that is I learned. It was an easy move into the next stage, which wasn't starting a business is never easy.
No.
But I had I just didn't have the experience, but I had the skill set and the personality to do it. I knew that. So getting back to your question, throughout my whole career, I've always had that that creativity, that personality to take it, and
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's the transition, and started my own business.
How long are you in business for yourself?
On my own,
On your own.
20 years.
Okay.
20 years self-employed.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
He's at the beginning of his journey.
Even longer with a partner and then 2 partners. So like on my own fully, about that long.
So over the past, like, I would say, what are we in 2024? Over the past 5 years, right? What are the most significant changes you've seen in the digital marketing space? AI, right? Yeah, that's what I was going.
And that's not 5 years. That's like 1 year.
That's like
2.
1 year. Yeah.
So the thing is
Changed
that
everything.
Yeah. Well, yes, it has. But in my eyes, it's technology, and the expectation of that is to not get honed in on any one and continue to evolve and learn.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going to come from that, but ride it out, because there's something in it for everyone. And even if you just learn a little bit, it's more than most people know or understand.
He
Well,
uses it. I don't.
I
What
do.
I've noticed
I
is
could do it right now. I could literally, not today, but we can literally demo it live.
Yeah. What I see with AI is that people who are more progressive thinkers, they look at it as a tool and not as
100%.
a takeover.
Oh, no doubt. I used to
It's-
think it was a takeover,
It's a tool.
but you have to know what to ask.
what exactly?
And then what you
have to-
get, you have to learn how to fine tune.
So you exactly.
And then ask again.
So,
it's all
it's not
here.
as simple as
No.
people make it seem. Like, oh,
you
you
ha-
just did it.
You're the programmer. They're the data.
Exactly. You have to program it
No doubt.
correctly, and
Yes.
then it'll feed you the information that. But you have to be very specific. I'm talking about, as specific.
Yes
as
and
you
no.
can.
You can be broad, but then what happens
Then
is
you have to tailor
from
it.
that,
You have
continue to
keep
tailor.
Pare it down.
tailor,
pare it
tailor,
down, pare it
tailor,
down,
tailor.
pare it
But if
down.
you're as specific as you can be from the beginning,
You get good at
How
it.
often
you get
do
good at it.
How often
Every
do
day.
you use it?
Every day on the
Every
way
day.
here.
On your phone.
Yeah.
Writing
Yeah.
emails.
Yeah, you could go on apps,
Dude, what do you
ChatGPT.
think I was just
No.
doing? When you were like, get off your phone.
It's not even writing
I was like,
emails.
yeah.
We're talking about,
I know.
okay, so I was in a pinch. I'll give you, is that okay? We just
Yeah.
jump into something?
Yeah.
So there was, honestly, like we were at a point right at where I literally missed writing a contract. I don't know if that ever happened. You have new business, and I was supposed to deliver a contract that I missed.
Okay.
So I had nothing to show, and normally it would take 2 weeks or a week and a half to really get that
Put
to
it
a
together.
state.
Yeah.
And rather than getting all bent up and saying, "What am I going to do? How can I go back to the client?" I used AI, and it took me a while to really fine tune it, but it shortened 2 weeks into about 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
I got it. And I
Yeah.
got the job.
One day
Wow.
I'll sit with him and he'll show me how to do it.
Yeah.
I need lessons. I need instructions.
Yeah, I'd like to see how you're using it too, so that maybe I can, offer some advice on how you could.
And there's even some of my buddies are showing me things that I didn't even
And I'm
realize
not all-
you could
right,
do.
right,
Like,
yeah.
so, like he's showing me there's shortcuts within it now. So, and they respond. So let's say you just, hey, do a description for me, blah, 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 or write something. They give you some long drawn thing. Just write shorter.
Yeah.
Just your next response is shorter.
No doubt.
And then kick you a brand new one, nice, and it's just little things that like I watched someone use it, and like how he used it
Yeah.
was like I was like, whoa.
So, like I said, my creativity. So everything's based around marketing and creativity.
Yeah.
So if you have that, then you can make AI work. You can make
But
anything
you still
work.
have to be creative.
Yeah, you have to be creative. Have to be.
If you feed it real creativity, it
It's-
can be so beautiful of
Yeah.
what it can do. I've
is.
even seen artists
Yeah.
use it, and it's like, whoa, they've recreated people who, like I seen them do old like rappers and like Tupac. They made a thing of him. Like he was walking through a field of flowers, like he was in heaven or something, right? But it looked so real. They
Yeah.
used AI to generate everything. I was like,
It's amazing.
that's
This is-
incredible.
Mhm.
It looked like a real person. It looked like it was him.
Yeah.
All through AI. I was like, oh.
I try my best to structure it around, always keep it around business. For the longest time, our business was small business. How do we present it? For years, it just slips my mind now. Big agency results, small business budget, because we were always targeting a small business. And using the AI, you pretty much can tell the AI, like, look, this is my structure now. Where do I need to be to like offer? What does my advertising need to look like? How does the audience understand that, and kind of talk to it as if it's your advisor, your coach,
Yeah.
not so much your data provider.
Yeah, brave. Yeah.
You're asking it for the
Asking.
advice that you need for that moment.
For that moment, yeah.
Do you see big changes in AI moving forward?
It's gonna grow
Yeah,
fast.
how can it not evolve?
It's
I
gonna
mean,
keep-
I think the more data it has, the better it is. So I was just
That's when
having,
it gets scary, though.
Yeah,
You know, a
I
little
mean,
bit, you know?
someone asked me, said, "Do you think it's going to replace everything?" In my eyes, I don't know everything. I could see like roles that are specific to a task,
Yeah.
but I can't, in my eyes, yet understand how it gets empathy or love.
Right.
So I asked someone. I said, "Do you think my girlfriend would choose me over a robot?" And he said, "I think they should choose a robot at some point." I said, "Really?" I said, "How do you come to that even conclusion? Like, you think that AI is that powerful that it can understand the?" And he said, "I think so. Other than the physical, appearance, I think so."
right.
That's wild. Okay.
All right, we're winding down. I got 2 more questions. You do the 5 you want, Kat. I'll do the last one. Where are you in 5?
Can you walk us through a successful digital marketing campaign
Yeah.
you've done? Wait, we said do 5 what?
Look at the time.
Oh wow.
Where are we in? Where are you in 5 years? Where is your business in 5 years? Sorry.
Where is mostly marketing in 5 years? My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Time flies when you're having fun, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me because being a business owner for this long, there's been many times over my career that I've considered selling, considered partnering, consider quitting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Laser, we need an answer.
Um,
Where are you in 5 years?
More independent, pursuing own personal projects, having the business run without as much time needed as it used to on my end. Very successful nationwide coverage.
That's laser. That's
Yeah.
laser.
You wanted bullets. I'll
I
talk
do
bullets.
because I'm watching a clock, so
You know,
that's why I did that.
High integrity always. So just
Last question.
Yeah.
I'll let you take it. You know my favorite last question.
If you could pick anybody in history
wow. I don't even
to
know the
have
question.
lunch with or dinner, who would it be? Anyone from history. Any historical doesn't it could be a singer, it could be anyone. Anyone. A president.
Keep it lasered.
Laser.
I mean, Jesus?
Okay.
There,
I have
absolutely.
asked more. Why am I want? That's
Is
what
that
I want.
Is that the first one?
First one.
That's the first
First
one.
one.
Yeah,
Never
you're the
said
first
that.
one
I
that said
would
Jesus.
love to talk to that guy. Love
Yeah.
to talk to that guy. All right. So the reason we're pushing for the wind down is, we got to do our closing remarks, and we're getting close. So I want you to tell us about Love for Sammy.
Oh.
Real
You
quickly.
sure you have enough time?
No, you don't. Tell us
I
where to
mean,
reach you with it.
Yeah,
Tell
so
us
I
quickly.
could give you the quick story. I'll try my best.
Just where can we reach you? We're doing our final close up. Where can we reach you for that?
We can reach Sammy.life. So it's SAMMI .life. LIFE.
Awesome
That's it.
dog chains with leashes.
Yeah, it's going to help you. It's a brand. So it's going to be keychains are the first product rollout. Yeah. And then from there, it's going to be, we got children's jewelry coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trademarked. We're working on the patent for the stainless steel keychain, and yeah, we're bringing that to the world.
We're going to have on the How to Become a Sales Warrior website, I'm going to have a link to his Etsy account so you can connect with him in case you have a dog and you'd like a really special keychain that my daughter just got yesterday. Danny was there when I got to present it to her.
Should have brought one down.
Yeah, but for another day. But appreciate you sharing that with us.
Awesome.
Tell where are we reaching you, Ty?
thepackpros.com, which I also want to run my website through this analysis as well. 631-626-6290. And you can always send me an email at TYE at thepackpros.com. Well, for all your packing, moving, junk removal, labor needs, commercial labor, anything you guys need, if you're relocating offices, anything, that's what we do, man. We're the ones that come in, even if it's your mom, she needs her basement cleaned out, or she's moving into assisted living and you want to figure out what to do with all her stuff. I'm the person you call.
All right, and I'm Eddie Podge. How to Become a Sales Warrior. You need someone to come in and kick your office into high gear, show you some tips from my book on how to generate high sales. That's what you do. You reach out to me at Eddie at howtobecomeasaleswarrior.com. If you need a pod storage container, you call me at 631-334-8587. And if you want to be on the podcast, go to our YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is How to Become a Sales Warrior at Eddie Pods.
At Eddie
Finally learned it. Subscribe and then send me a note that you want to be a guest. I'll be happy to have you on board.
And literally, all you have to do is go in the search bar and put in at Eddie Pods.
And how can we reach Mostly Marketing?
MostlyMKTG.com. Mostly
MKTG.com.
MKTG.com.
Do you have a phone number you can reach at?
516-405-2210.
We are coming in with 10 seconds to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Episode number 16 is a wrap. Look forward to seeing you next time. And thank you for being here, Danny. We're out, baby.
Fellas.
Again. Yep.